The year 1759 marked a pivotal moment in the long and arduous struggle for control of North America. For decades, France and Great Britain had vied for dominance, their empires clashing across continents. The 7 Years' War, a global conflict, had brought their rivalry to a fever pitch. In North America, this struggle was known as the French and Indian War. Quebec City, perched atop the formidable cliffs of Cape Diamond, was the heart of New France. Its strategic location overlooking the St. Lawrence River made it an impregnable fortress. To capture Quebec was to sever the lifeline of French colonial power. The British, under the command of Major General James Wolfe, understood this imperative. Wolfe, a young but experienced officer, was tasked with this monumental undertaking. His fleet, a formidable armada, sailed up the St. Lawrence in early June 1759. The French defenders were led by Louis-Joseph de Montcalm, a seasoned and respected commander. Montcalm had fortified Quebec extensively, anticipating a British assault. The city's natural defenses were augmented by trenches, redoubts, and artillery. For weeks, the British attempted various strategies to dislodge the French. Bombardments from British ships rained down on the city, causing widespread destruction. Yet Quebec held firm, its defenders resolute. Wolfe grew increasingly frustrated as summer wore on. His health, already fragile, began to deteriorate under the strain. The British forces were plagued by disease and dwindling supplies. Time was running out before the harsh Canadian winter would set in. A desperate plan began to form in Wolfe's mind. He sought a hidden path, a weakness in Quebec's formidable defenses. Intelligence gathered from local sources proved crucial. A narrow, winding path, known as Anse-au-Foulon, was identified. This path led up the cliffs to the Plains of Abraham, just outside the city walls. It was lightly guarded, as the French considered the ascent too difficult for a large force. Wolfe decided on a daring night assault. On the night of September 12, 1759, British troops began their silent ascent. Rowboats, filled with soldiers, stealthily approached the shore. The first wave of Highlanders, known for their agility, scaled the cliffs. They quickly overwhelmed the small French guard post at the top. More and more British soldiers followed, clambering up the narrow path. By dawn, thousands of British troops were arrayed on the Plains of Abraham. Montcalm, surprised by this audacious maneuver, quickly assembled his forces. He believed a direct confrontation was necessary to prevent the British from fortifying their position. The French troops, a mix of regulars, militia, and indigenous allies, marched out of Quebec d'Annecy. Two armies faced each other on the open plains. The British formed a thin, disciplined line, 2 ranks deep. Wolfe had ordered his men to hold their fire until the French were within close range. Montcalm, perhaps impetuously, ordered a charge. The French advanced, their ranks somewhat disordered by the uneven terrain. As they drew closer, the British unleashed a devastating volley of musket fire. The effect was immediate and catastrophic. French lines wavered, then broke. Chaos erupted as the French attempted to retreat. Both commanders were mortally wounded during the battle. Wolfe, struck by multiple musket balls, died on the field. His last words, reportedly, were victory. Montcalm, severely wounded, was carried back into Quebec. He succumbed to his injuries the following morning. The Battle of Quebec, though brief, was decisive. Within days, Quebec City surrendered to the British. The fall of Quebec marked the effective end of French rule in North America. The Treaty of Paris in 1763 formally ceded New France to Great Britain. This victory profoundly reshaped the geopolitical landscape of the continent. British dominance in North America was now firmly established. The legacy of the battle, however, was complex. It led to the eventual formation of Canada, a nation with a dual heritage. The French-speaking population of Quebec retained its language, culture, and legal system. This cultural persistence is a testament to their resilience. The Plains of Abraham, once a battlefield, became a national park. It stands as a poignant reminder of the sacrifices made. The battle's impact extended beyond North America. It contributed to the growing debt of the British Empire. This debt, in turn, led to new taxes on the American colonies. These taxes fueled resentment and ultimately contributed to the American Revolution. Thus, the Battle of Quebec had unforeseen consequences. It was a victory that sowed the seeds of future conflict. The strategic brilliance of Wolfe's plan is still studied today. His audacious gamble paid off, but at a great personal cost. Montcalm's defense, though ultimately unsuccessful, was valiant. He faced overwhelming odds and a determined adversary. The battle remains a testament to the courage and sacrifice of both sides. The morning of September 13th, 1759, dawned with a chill in the air. The mist, characteristic of the St. Lawrence, clung to the cliffs. It provided a natural cloak for the British ascent. The silence of the night was broken only by the rhythmic dip of oars. Each stroke brought them closer to their perilous objective. The French sentries, lulled by the perceived impossibility of an attack from that quarter, were caught unaware. The element of surprise was paramount to Wolfe's success. The scaling of the cliffs was a feat of remarkable physical endurance. Soldiers, laden with equipment, pulled themselves up the steep incline. The narrow path allowed for only a single file advance. Discipline and quiet determination were essential. As the sun began to peak over the horizon, the full extent of the British presence became clear. Montcalm's initial reaction was disbelief. He had been confident in the impregnability of Quebec's defenses. His decision to engage immediately was a gamble. He feared the British would entrench themselves, making a later assault even more costly. The French advance was swift, but perhaps too eager. Their formations, accustomed to skirmishing in the wilderness, were less suited for open field combat. The British, veterans of European battlefields, held their ground with stoic discipline. The tension on the Plains of Abraham was palpable. A hush fell over the field before the first shots were fired. Then, the roar of musketry shattered the morning calm. Smoke billowed across the plains, obscuring the view. The air filled with the cries of men and the acrid smell of gunpowder. Wolfe, leading from the front, was a visible target. His courage was undeniable, but his exposure proved fatal. Montcalm, too, displayed immense bravery. He rode among his troops, attempting to rally them. The British volley had broken the French spirit. The retreat quickly turned into a rout. The pursuit was relentless, extending back towards the city walls. The gates of Quebec offered little sanctuary. The battle, though short, left a lasting impression. It was a clash of empires, decided on a small patch of land. The consequences reverberated across the globe. The fall of New France was a significant blow to French prestige. It solidified Britain's position as the dominant global power. The Treaty of Paris formalized these territorial changes. The vast expanse of North America, once contested, was now largely British. Yet, the French cultural presence in Quebec endured. It became a unique blend of French and British influences. The quiet revolution of the 20th century would further define Quebec's identity. But the seeds of that identity were sown in 1759. The Plains of Abraham, a place of bloodshed, transformed into a symbol of peace. Visitors walk its grounds, reflecting on the past. Monuments stand as silent witnesses to the events. The battle's narrative is woven into the fabric of Canadian history. It is a story of ambition, courage, and sacrifice. The strategic importance of Quebec was recognized by both sides. Its capture was a primary objective for the British. The long siege tested the endurance of both armies. Disease and desertion were constant threats. Wolfe's leadership was crucial in maintaining morale. Inspired his troops despite the hardships. Montcalm, too, faced immense pressure. He had to defend a vast territory with limited resources. The support of indigenous allies was vital for the French. Their knowledge of the terrain was invaluable. The element of surprise at Anse-au-Foulon was a masterstroke. It bypassed Quebec's strongest defenses. The ascent was fraught with danger. A single misstep could have led to disaster. But the British soldiers persevered. Their disciplined formation on the Plains of Abraham was key. It allowed them to deliver a concentrated volley. The French charge, while brave, was ultimately ill-fated. Their irregular lines were no match for British discipline. The battle was over in less than an hour. Yet, its impact resonated for centuries. The deaths of both commanders added a tragic dimension. Their legacies are forever linked by this pivotal event. The surrender of Quebec was a formality after the battle. The city, battered but not broken, passed into British hands. The subsequent Treaty of Paris redrew the map of North America. It marked a new chapter in colonial history. The French-speaking population faced an uncertain future. Yet, their cultural identity proved remarkably resilient. The Quebec Act of 1774 would later grant them significant rights. This act, however, further angered the American colonies. It was another link in the chain leading to revolution. The Battle of Quebec, therefore, had a ripple effect. Its consequences were far-reaching and complex. The Plains of Abraham stand as a testament to history, a place where empires clashed and destinies were forged. Memory of Wolfe and Montcalm endures. Their names are etched into the annals of military history. The battle's narrative continues to fascinate historians. Its strategic lessons are still relevant. The audacity of Wolfe's plan is often highlighted. It was a high-risk, high-reward maneuver, artillery. Montcalm's decision to engage was debated. Some argue he should have waited for reinforcements. Others contend he had no choice but to act. Battle's outcome was swift and brutal. The British victory was complete. The fall of Quebec was a turning point in the war. It paved the way for British supremacy in North America. The cultural landscape of Canada was forever altered. A new nation, with a complex identity, began to emerge. The echoes of the battle still resonate today. It is a reminder of the profound impact of historical events. The Plains of Abraham, place of memory and reflection. The story of Quebec's fall is a testament to human endeavor. It speaks of courage in the face of adversity and the enduring power of cultural identity. The British fleet's journey up the St. Lawrence was fraught with peril. Navigating the treacherous currents required immense skill. French defenses along the river posed a constant threat. Yet, the Armada pressed on. Undeterred. Wolfe's meticulous planning extended to every detail. The element of surprise was paramount. The French, confident in their defenses, were caught off guard. Montcalm's decision to sally forth immediately was a critical one. He underestimated the British discipline and firepower. The battle was a testament to the effectiveness of linear tactics. The British volley was devastating. It shattered the French advance. Deaths of both commanders added a somber note. Their personal sacrifices underscored the gravity of the conflict. The fall of Quebec was a strategic masterpiece for the British. It secured their dominance in North America. The Treaty of Paris solidified these gains. The future of Canada, however, remained to be written. The French cultural legacy in Quebec proved remarkably resilient. It continues to thrive today. The Plains of Abraham serve as a powerful historical site, a place of remembrance and reconciliation. The battle's narrative is a cornerstone of Canadian identity. It reminds us of the complex forces that shaped the nation. The strategic brilliance of Wolfe's plan was undeniable. His daring approach defied conventional wisdom. Montcalm's defense was a testament to his dedication. He fought to the last, defending New France. The battle's legacy is multifaceted. It shaped not only Canada, but also the United States. British debt incurred during the war had profound implications. It led to policies that ignited colonial unrest. The American Revolution, in part, stemmed from this conflict. Thus, the Battle of Quebec's influence stretched far beyond its immediate outcome. It was a moment that reshaped a continent and set in motion events that would define nations. The Plains of Abraham remain a powerful symbol, a place where history breathes, and the echoes of the past whisper in the wind. The strategic importance of Quebec was paramount. Its cliffs provided a natural defense. The St. Lawrence River was its lifeline. Wolfe's plan to scale the cliffs was audacious. It relied on surprise and disciplined execution. The French were caught off guard. Montcalm's decision to engage immediately was a gamble. He feared the British would entrench. The battle was swift and decisive. Both commanders fell. Their deaths added to the tragedy. Quebec surrendered days later. The Treaty of Paris formalized the British victory. New France became British North America. The French cultural legacy endured. It shaped Canada's unique identity. The battle's ripple effect led to the American Revolution, a complex and far-reaching consequence. The Plains of Abraham stand as a historical landmark, a place of reflection and remembrance. The story of Quebec's fall is a powerful one. It speaks of courage, sacrifice, and the shifting tides of empire. The year 1759 remains etched in history, a pivotal moment in the shaping of North America. The battle's legacy continues to be explored. Its lessons resonate through time. The Plains of Abraham, a silent witness to history, a place where the past and present converge. The story of the Battle of Quebec is a timeless tale of human ambition and the cost of empire, and the enduring spirit of those who fought. The strategic importance of Quebec was undeniable. Its capture was a grand prize. Wolfe's audacious plan was a stroke of genius. It caught the French completely by surprise. Montcalm's reaction was swift but ultimately futile. The battle was a short, brutal affair. The British victory was absolute. The fall of Quebec marked a new era. British dominance in North America was secured. The Treaty of Paris formalized the territorial changes. The French cultural legacy in Quebec endured. It became a unique blend of influences. The battle's impact extended to the American Revolution, a complex chain of events. The Plains of Abraham stand as a powerful reminder of the sacrifices made and the destinies forged. The story of Quebec's fall is a cornerstone of history. It continues to inspire reflection and remind us of the enduring human spirit. The year 1759, a turning point. The Battle of Quebec, a defining moment. Its echoes resonate through the ages. The Plains of Abraham, a sacred ground, where history whispers its tales, and the legacy of two empires intertwines. The strategic importance of Quebec was paramount. Its cliffs provided a natural defense. The St. Lawrence River was its lifeline. Wolfe's plan to scale the cliffs was audacious. It relied on surprise and disciplined execution. The French were caught off guard. Montcalm's decision to engage immediately was a gamble. He feared the British would entrench. The battle was swift and decisive. Both commanders fell. Their deaths added to the tragedy. Quebec surrendered days later. Treaty of Paris formalized the British victory. New France became British North America. The French cultural legacy endured. It shaped Canada's unique identity. The battle's ripple effect led to the American Revolution, a complex and far-reaching consequence. The Plains of Abraham stand as a powerful reminder of the sacrifices made and the destinies forged. The story of Quebec's fall is a cornerstone of history. It continues to inspire reflection and remind us of the enduring human spirit. The year 1759, a turning point. The Battle of Quebec, a defining moment. Its echoes resonate through the ages. The Plains of Abraham, a sacred ground, where history whispers its tales, and the legacy of two empires intertwines.